And without any further ado, our first group up for you is a student-run group. It is our a cappella group, Acapulco.
Like Mr. Francisco said, this is our student-led group. We've been working throughout this entire school year, and we're really excited to show you all what we've been working on. We will be singing When You Wish Upon a Star, arranged by Roy Ringwald, and a self-arranged version of I Just Can't Wait to Be King from The Lion King. Please hold your applause until the very end of our set, and thank you. Now, without further ado, here is...
Way to start the show. Give it another hand to our a cappella group. It's our first year. It's our first year performing at a concert, so we're really excited to have them really work on this stuff. So, awesome job. Now I'm going to invite our choir to join us up on stage.
Hi, my name is Trisha Hamilton, and welcome to our final concert of the year. We're going to sing Invisible String by Taylor Swift and Aaron Dessner. And it's relating to an East Asian folk tale, which is about two soulmates who come together and are tied by a red string. And I hope that you all enjoy. Thank you.
Somebody there to
again on our third.
Oh my God. Okay. Hello, my name is Charlotte Edmond, and I'm a freshman at the Lebanon High School. Our second song for our choir tonight is Cantate Domino. Cantate Domino is composed by Erling Renz. This song is in Latin, and when directly translated from Latin, it means sing the new song to the Lord. This song contrasts a lot of dynamics and a powerful ending. This is a very fun and energetic song, and I hope you all see that energy coming out of this song. Thank you for coming tonight, and enjoy Cantate Domino.
Happen a lot tonight, but before our last song, I'm going to honor and notice our one senior in choir. They have been in choir since I have been in choir. It's 3 years here. And every day they come in with a smile on their face, ready to go, and they show up and they do the work, and they are a great addition to our choir. So it's Trisha Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Seth. Our final piece will be Lakeside Lullaby. Lakeside Lullaby is a beautiful, intricate piece written by Jacob Navarud. Its soaring melodies and deep harmonies feel like waves crashing over the listener. The piece symbolizes the sea in all its glory, from the towering crashing of the storms to the quiet, subdued calm of a sunny ocean day. Please enjoy choir's final piece, Lakeside Lullaby.
Thank you very much. We're now going to make our transition when concert band gets up, so just hold tight in your seats and we'll make that transition.
Composed in 1954 by Leroy Anderson, Bugler's Holiday is a highly regarded piece in the musical world. The bugle is a brass instrument without valves, typically used in military calls and fanfares. This composition highlights the bright and brisk articulation, phrasing, and tonality of the trumpet. Our soloists have spent a great deal of their time rehearsing this piece. It is my pleasure to announce our soloists of the evening, three incredible peers of mine, Elizabeth Korbotsky, Tanner Ames, and Juliet Hampton, our senior trumpet players. Our next piece, Abram's Pursuit, presents its audience with an encapsulating vibrancy, showcasing a riveting intensity.
Based on a story in the book of Genesis, the king of Elam leads a rebellion that victoriously loots and ravages any city standing in his path. However, trouble begins when the king of Elam kidnaps Abram's nephew Lot. Abram, denoted as the father of the Jewish nation, trains and sends forth an army that later puts an end to the rebellion, retrieving Lot and recovering the kidnapped people. This piece, in all of its ferocity, is a reminder of our music program's greatness, showcasing the dedication touched upon our lives by Lauren Haley, Lebanon High School's previous band director, and the present commitment and enthusiasm of our current director, DeFrancisco, in developing and enhancing our music program. Thank you.
also have some seniors to recognize before we jump to our next piece. Thank you. I'm going to be running around the stage, so I need some assistance for this, because they are all over the place. First, back in percussion, Sam Nichols. Next, on bass trombone, Noah LaMontagne. On tenor trombone, Joshua Ball. And finally, not finally, but finally in the low brass, Miles Sturgis on tuba. Other side of the stage. All right, you heard from our 3 senior trumpeters earlier. Okay, I'm gonna go in the middle. First, Juliet Hampton. Tanner Ames. And Elizabeth Korbotsky. On alto saxophone, Finn Erickson. Oh, this is a tough one. She's in the middle of the ensemble, but she was introducing her first 2 pieces. On French horn, this is only her second year on French horn, Angelina Trump. In the flute section, Nicholas LaMontagne. On Barry sax, Sadie Mielkars. And finally, you're going to hear this man blow the house down in jazz band later, Francis Calandrella.
Oh my God. Sorry. Okay. The next piece we'll be playing is From the Ashes by Paul Cravens. This piece is about restoration and renewal. This message of restoration is twofold. One element is autobiographical, about Paul Cravens recovering from writer's block. The other is about 2 figures. The first is the character Aragorn from The Lord of the Rings, and the other is Jesus Christ. The title of this piece comes from Tolkien's poems, All That Is Gold Does Not Glitter. Please welcome Trevor Frost, who will be conducting this piece. Trevor wrote our piece, But the Bridge It's Unforgiving, and has been visiting since Monday to work on this piece with us. It has been super awesome to work with him and a very unique experience for us all. Thank you and enjoy.
kind of one more piece left in this segment of the concert before we do another transition, or another very big transition. And this is kind of the highlight of the night, but it's not. It's one of many highlights. Last year, I got it into my brain that I wanted to commission a brand new piece of music that nobody, so this is something, tonight you're hearing the first performance of it. There's a couple of reasons for this. First, because band, it feels like it's a really kind of old ensemble, but really the earliest kind of cornerstone works for band were only written 100 years ago. Kind of the first major works for band were in the late 1900s, early 1910s. And it really didn't take off as an ensemble until after World War II, when high school bands kind of became a thing. And so, yes, there's a lot of band music out there, but compared to choral or orchestral repertoire, there's not a lot at all. And then the second thing is, last year, for our winter concert and in our spring concert, Miss Cook and I were able to collaborate and do a combined band and choir piece. And so the other aspect of this commissioning idea was, let's make the first piece that Lebanon High School commissions a piece for band and choir. And you are going to hear that tonight. We have our choir backstage, not backstage, downstage, upstage. I conduct pits, I don't conduct theater. You have the band up here, and you are really in for a treat. When I initially contacted Trevor about this piece, and I was like, hey, can you write us a piece? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, can you write it for band and chorus? He was like, yeah. And then we were both like, where are we gonna get the lyrics from? Because I am not much of a lyricist. Trevor is also not much of a lyricist. And so we reached out to some of the English teachers in the school and found out that there's a writing competition at LHS. And so last year, as a component of that end of the year writing competition, there was a poetry submission. And we took submissions of poetry, and with the idea that the winning poem was going to become the lyrics for this piece. I'm very pleased to share with you, if you haven't already seen it in your programs, the lyrics for this work were written by not only an LHS student, but an LHS musician, Ellie Clark. And so we took Ellie's poem, I emailed it to Trevor. He and Ellie talked for a little bit about the poem and what it meant, and then Trevor is gonna come up here and talk a little bit about how we took that poem and turned it into what you're about to hear.
You're gonna make me talk, huh? Yeah, you are. Okay, so first I want to, hello. First I want to say thank you for having me here. I super appreciate it, and it's been so wonderful working with you, and I just wish we had more time. Oh wait, I'm staying until Friday. Yay. So I didn't know what the lyrics were gonna be like coming into this. And I got the poem in May, June, something like that. And I read the poem, and I thought to myself, holy smokes, this is heavy. This is very heavy, which is actually, I look back on it now, and it's actually kind of ironic, because when I received the poem, I was battling some pretty strong demons at the time, and struggling with mental health and just the darkest, lowest points of my own personal life when I received this. So I took that feeling and I took this poem and I turned it into probably what's best known as a tone poem for wind band and concert choir. And you know, I view it as a very powerful piece. I hope you do as well. I know when you first received it, I heard like, what is this? What is this crazy notation here? That was on purpose, obviously. But it's just very heavy, and I'm going to stop talking and let you experience it, because I can go on and on.
I'm Arabella. I'm a senior in Superlatives, and our first song for this evening is Stomp on the Fire. This song is completely without lyrics and is filled with body percussion, which simulates the anger of the people towards a dying world. While our choir has different interpretations of this piece, here's a brief summary. This piece is divided into 3 parts, with the beginning section symbolizing lighting a fire, the second section showing the fire getting out of hand, and the third section being the resolvement of the piece. Make sure to listen to catch all these sections, and without further ado, here is Stomp on the Fire.
Hello everyone, I'm Sam Trussell, a junior at Lebanon High School. Our next piece that we'll be performing tonight is called Sing Gently, composed by Eric Whitaker. Whitaker wrote this piece in July of 2020 in response to the peak of the COVID-19 crisis and the extreme social tensions that were occurring at the time. He intended for the song to give some brief comfort to people during this tumultuous time with its sweet lyrics and highlighting themes of togetherness. Thank you all again for coming out tonight, and please enjoy Sing Gently.
I'm a junior. For the last superlative song, we will be singing To Sit and Dream. To Sit and Dream is based on the poem To You by Langston Hughes and is composed by Josephine Powell. To You talks about our unjust society, or problem world, and encourages us to achieve dreams of a better world. Hughes discusses the world and his desire to improve the lives of many. At the end of the poem, he reaches his hand out to the reader to join him in changing the world. While Hughes' poem is primarily written for the African American Civil Rights Movement, the message can be applied to all groups. We hope you enjoy our performance.
We might have done that intro a little bit backwards, but that's okay, because we first have a senior in this group to also recognize. This senior has done a lot for our choir program, as well as ran our independent a cappella group. So I would like to notice Arabella Apigo. Unfortunately, we have come almost to the end of our night. We have one more group that I am happy to announce is our jazz band. So we'll just wait for them.
This is the LHS Jazz Band. Our first tune for you tonight is Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. Our Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy for the night will be played by the role of Oscar Coolidge. And the role of the Andrews Sisters will be played by three of our seniors, Arabella Pigo, Sadie Mielkars, and Lily Poljacek. Actually, Lily, you have to come back. There's one more senior left to recognize. She's not actually in band or choir. She is a very prevalent member of the Wet Paint Players, though. When I emailed her, I don't know, like mid-March, early April, I was like, hey, you want to learn this really hard vocal trio and sing it at the end of the year concert? She was like, yeah. And so, please give a hand for Lily Poljacek. next piece is called Michelangelo. It's an arrangement of an Astor Piazzolla tune. It's a little bit funky, a little bit Latin, and I think you're going to groove to it. You're going to hear on solos from Francis Calandrella and Bodie Price on drums. before our last piece, I just have two things that I want to share. So, like I said, this piece that we commissioned Trevor to write is what both Emma and I are hoping is going to be the beginning of a series of commissions, sometimes for band and choir, sometimes for just band, sometimes for just choir, that take place next year, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. And so to commemorate that, I took the program notes that Trevor shared with us. I took the poem that Ellie wrote, and I shared it with our art teacher, Mr. John Warren. And he found a student that read the poem, that read the program notes and resonated with it, and they created some art to go with the program, or to go with the piece. And then I took that art, I said, thank you, this is absolutely wonderful. Went to Walmart, bought some picture frames, and this earlier this week, although they didn't know it, had all the students in the band and choir sign the outside of the picture frames. And so Ellie and Trevor, if you could come up here, I have pictures for both of you. I also want to say, it is really crazy to go to your administrator and say, hey, I want to spend a lot of money and have a new piece, and I don't know what it's going to sound like. And so I know Mr. Smith is here, I know Dr. Robinson is here. When you see them after the concert, thank them. Emma and I are very fortunate to have the support that we have from the school and from the administration, and it starts with them, and without them, this would not have happened. Without them, we wouldn't be on stage performing, and so please thank them after the concert. And then finally, a couple housekeeping things. We literally emptied the band room of every percussion instrument to come here. So there's gonna be, please be patient with your student after the concert, because we gotta pack everything up so it can come back to us tomorrow. And we also have to move some of the chairs down front backstage for the Opera House, because the Opera House is absolutely wonderful, and so when we can find a chance to help them, we wanna help them. So there might be a little bit of waiting around, so please be patient. Also, seniors, this is your warning that Dr. Robinson wants a picture. If you disappear before that picture, you are getting in trouble, not me. Our last piece for you is Emancipation Blues. It's an Oliver Nelson tune. You're gonna hear solos from 3 students. On trumpet, Angelina Trump. On guitar, Dorian Codiwera. And on alto saxophone, Tim Corwin.